Hi, thanks for watching. So from speaking with Chris, it sounds like you're having pretty decent results from Facebook ads. However, I just wanted to jump in here and show you what kind of traffic is coming through on search results organically, so you could see and what you would anticipate getting for traffic to the site and potential business having a website ranked. So I've done two different searches, one for concrete and then one for concrete driveway, and I've just taken the top competitors in both of these searches and I put everything into this tool that I use called Ahrefs, and it shows me all the information that Google finds on their website, and then it rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So let me just go through what these numbers mean and then what you can anticipate as far as traffic results when you had a website that was outranking these. So when Google is looking to determine how to rank in the list of the websites, it uses two different factors. The first one is what's called the authority or the trust that it has in your site. Now, this trust or authority is gained when other websites or domains refer back to yours with a link. Now, they act as endorsements that Google uses to build that trust because others are vouching for you. So just to quickly define these, if say the local news station did an article on their website and it said the top 10 best concrete companies in Salt Lake City, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. There are a lot of different types of websites that can link and refer back to yours. However, these are not all created equal. Some of them are more spammy and not trusted. So what we need to be doing is going after authoritative links from trustworthy websites that are also relative to your industry and field of service to link back to yours so they can transfer that power and trust back to you. Now, the second factor for where the determined a ranking of a website in the list is the content on the page. So if we check out this competitor here, these are all the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search that are being found on this page, as well as the volume, the approximate number of times per month they're being searched. Now, this is where we do some research to find all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you want to offer and then the areas you want to offer them in. We make sure that those are being included on your page. So that way when your website is ranked, you can see that, just from these, say, top 10 keywords right here, you've got roughly about 2,000 searches being done per month. Now, obviously, you'll be getting a percentage of that clicking into your website, either submitting a form and emailing you or giving you a call directly. And then depending on what your conversion rate is for customers, you can see how that could definitely add up to some decent revenue at the end of the month and then at the end of the year. And it's not based on how many clicks there are. It can be an unlimited number of searches coming into your website, and you're not paying any more money because the website is already ranked on there. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on your site. So again, if we take a look at another competitor, this site really isn't set up that well as far as aesthetically how it's looking, but they're doing a fairly decent job paying attention to how Google works. So as far as Google is concerned, it doesn't care about the layout. It's just a computer. So it's going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. Usually it's looking for a minimum of about 1,500 words on the home page because it assumes that the more information you have on the page, the more of an expert you are in your field, and then the more likely it is to recommend you because you're more relevant to the search results. Now, while it's counting all the words, it's searching for those keywords, any kind of service that you offer, and then usually the areas that you offer it in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more keywords that you want to be found for, the more content that has to be added on the page so that way they qualify. Now, if we take a look at the search results, the first thing that's going to come up is what we call the Google Map Pack. This is a pretty important area to try to stay into because statistically speaking, anywhere from 30 to 50% of the people searching will just click on one of these top three companies because it comes up at the top of the page. Now, I did notice that you do have a Google profile. However, it was just pretty far down here. So there are ways to optimize this. We make sure we fill out as much information as possible, including all the services that you offer, the areas you offer it in, even your hours of operation. Then we want to make sure that your 750 character business description is completely filled out, optimized with keywords. We take and add photos that are geolocated and tagged within your service area, as well as posting onto the profile on a regular basis, collect reviews, And then you also want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. Underneath the map section, this is what we call the organic search results. Now, this is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up on the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. Then, once your site is ranked, this is where the long-term investment really pays off because regardless of the number of search volume coming in, you're not paying per click, and the website and online presence doesn't disappear when your ad spend is gone. This will always be here. So I hope this information was helpful and it shows you some kind of volume that you could be capturing by having a website organically appear. Please feel free if you have any questions, before we have our meeting, be happy to reach out to us. We can answer anything, and I will hope to speak to you soon.